knitters, I'm Helen of Curious Handmade, and this is a video about knitting and crafty things that I have happening at the moment. The past month has been super busy. I've had lots of big things happening, and so I thought I would give you a little update on that today and share some of the behind the scenes of what's been happening here at Curious Handmade HQ. So back in September, I had a photo shoot for some new and old designs. And then the week after that, I went to a knitting retreat at O'Reilly's, which is a amazing resort set in a national park here in Queensland, in the Gold Coast hinterland. And that is the Yarn Retreat organised by Kylie Kenny of Yarn Creative. And that was the second year I had attended the retreat, so I'll give you a little bit of a update on that. And then finally we have had the launch of the pre-sales of Knitvent for 2021, which has been really exciting, and that is still in the early bird pre-sale stage at the moment, with the first pattern coming out on the 4th of November. So I'll also have a little bit more of a chat about that with you today. So I'll tell you a little bit about the yarn retreat first. We drove up on Thursday afternoon. It was meant to be Thursday morning, but by the time I got kids off to school and everything organised, it was a bit later than expected. I picked up my friend Lisa from NNK Yarns in Brisbane on the way through, and from Brisbane it's about a 2-hour drive to O'Reilly's. So it's about an hour down the highway and then another hour on very, very windy roads going up into the mountain. So that's a bit exciting. We saw some little paddy melons on the side of the road, which are little cute kangaroos, and there's quite a lot of them up there, and amazing bird life. A lot of people go up there for bird watching and bird tours in the rainforest there. So I was one of the tutors at the retreat, and there was also 2 other tutors, Shelley Hubbard and Jessica Gore, and unfortunately they weren't able to attend in person because we have still have state border closures for COVID restrictions that just keep popping up all the time. I'm not even sure what the current status is. I've kind of given up trying to figure it out. So they taught their workshops via Zoom, and Kylie had organised 2 lovely local knitters and crocheters to come and help out in person in the classes as well. And I was very fortunate to be able to attend because the retreat was in the same state that I live, so I didn't have to worry about crossing any state borders. So the first morning was a shawl workshop. So this is the shawl I designed for the retreat. It's the Blossom Time shawl. It's a really pretty little shawlette. It takes about 140 grams of yarn, and so I've classified it as a medium size. It's not a 1 skein teeny tiny shawl, but yeah, not too big, just a nice size. And it's got this garter stitch top, a Shetland lace body, I suppose, and then I decided to incorporate these little bobbles. Just really cute little row of bobbles on the border, and just a very simple lace border. The yarn is Natural Fibre Arts Merino Silky Sock, get the right order, and it's 50% silk and 50% merino. So I don't know if you can see it, if the light will pick up the beautiful sheen to the silk. I love this yarn. The colorway is Dusky Pink, and Cheryl from Natural Fibre Arts dyed it especially for my request. I was thinking about the shawl for the retreat and I just really fancied a beautiful soft dusky pink for this design. So she came up with the perfect colorway. I was just so excited when she met me for a coffee and showed me what she'd come up with. Just could not have been more perfect. So thank you, Cheryl. She also has lots of beautiful other colorways in this particular yarn available. I think she's still got some available online. Cheryl tends to have her online shop quite well stocked most of the time rather than doing updates. So you can usually find what you're looking for when you pop in. So yeah, just so pleased with this design. It's really simple to knit. And so we cast on the shawl in the workshop and I talked a little bit about my inspiration behind it and how I go about designing shawls and shared some of that background with the knitters. And Cheryl had a shop stand at the retreat marketplace, so people were able to purchase various colorways of this base for their shawls. So that was really fun. We organised everybody the night before with yarn selections and had wound yarn, so on the morning of the workshop we could just cast on, and so that was really lovely. Got to know some ladies that weren't there last year and also catch up with some of the knitters that had been there the year before, so it was really lovely. And then on the second morning I taught a sock workshop where it was very casual. We just cast on a sock. A lot of people had purchased one of my designs in preparation, which was really lovely. And I also shared the Simply Curious sock pattern that is available for free on my website. If you visit my website, it's currently under a menu item called Learn, which isn't a great link label, I don't think. So I think I'll be updating that at some point in the future. But if you're looking at it now, it says Learn, and then there's the Simply Curious sock workshop and the Spindrift shawl workshop that you can sign up for and get those two patterns for free. So we had a lovely chat about knitting socks and we talked about gauge and yarn choices for knitting socks, and yeah, most people cast on a sock. One of the ladies decided to keep knitting her Blossom Time shawl from the workshop before because she doesn't like having too many projects on the needles. So that was fabulous as well, and she's now finished her shawl, I saw on Instagram, so that was kind of cool. I actually got quite a bit knit on my second sock of my Simply Curious socks that I'm working on at the moment. Before I left for the retreat, I was up to about here and have managed to turn the heel, and I'm now working on the gusset for these. So not too much to go on this second sock on my socks that I'm knitting in the Amble yarn from the Fibre Company. I'm not sure if my mum watches these videos, but I think these are going to be a Christmas present for my mum. So I need to get them done soon. It's giving me a little deadline to finish this particular whip by the end of the year. Oh, I just love touching this yarn, it's so lovely. Kylie, who organises the retreat, has an online shop where she sells project bags, and so the gift bag for the retreat attendees was just amazing. I have it here to show you. So this is the project bag we received as a gift, and it's got these beautiful leather handles. The body of the outside is canvas. Is that right? It's this oilcloth canvas, I think it is. The exact name is escaping me. I think it's oilcloth. Really lovely fabric. And then inside there's a little sort of drawstring top to cover it up. And lovely lining. So we received lots of amazing treats in the gift bag. The yarn, we received a lovely skein of yarn, and this was designed to match the fabric on the bag, which it does beautifully. This is a beautiful Aboriginal design print from an Aboriginal artist. And yes, and Lisa matched some of the colours in that. So this is a merino cashmere nylon base, and it's just so squishy and soft. I love it. So I'm going to knit some socks with this. I've decided. I was really tossing up whether to knit a shawl or something else, maybe even a pullover, but I thought I just want to knit an item with the one skein that I got in my project bag. So I think socks it is, and they'll be so pretty. I will be keeping these ones. There were also some lovely samples of other yarn. So Cheryl from Natural Fibre Arts put in a mini that her husband had dyed for the retreat. It was a little bit of a joke from the previous year. He volunteered to dye some yarn for us, so she held him to his word, and so he dyed this retreat colorway, which is really cool. I think it was inspired by a beach photo, so you can see the beachy sandy colors. And then this is a new to me dyer, Obsession Yarns, Marie Donnell. I really love these colors. I don't know how this will knit up, but yeah, I want to include it in something straight away to see how it knits up. And also a really cute little progress keeper, little cat, very Halloweeny. There's also a mini skein in the Sage colorway, and this is by Sally Ridgway, who is also new to me indie dyer based in Tasmania. So this is 4-ply Supreme sock, and it feels lovely and soft as well. I really like this Sage colorway, really pretty. And finally for the yarn, we have some special skeins of Woolcott yarn. So Woolcott yarn sponsored the retreat, and we all received 2 mini skeins of beautiful Woolcott opus. This is 70% Falcon Merino, 30% baby alpaca, 100% awesome. That's what it says on the label. This is the Ivy colorway, beautiful green color, just gorgeous. And this one is the Cranberry colorway. There were also some other little cute goodies in the bag. There's this beautiful antique button from WA Styles, a Western Australian artist who does a lot of things with wood. Sandra Styles is her name. This is very tactile. It feels beautiful. Be really cute on a project bag or something, I think. Just a little detail. We received Crystal Cat Stitchery stitch marker. Lovely little progress keeper. Badge from Woolcott yarn and enamel pin. I also popped in one of my Shawl Society pins for everybody. Sorry to the people who attended last year and got their second one. Somebody commented. And we also received this really cute stitch marker, a little sheep, little resin sheepy. This is from Mauis Handmade, M-A-U-I-S, Megan Perelin. I'm not sure where she's based, but really cute. And also a make one left, make one right progress keeper to keep track of your make one lefts and make one rights. And last but not least, another progress keeper from, or stitch marker from Be Doodads. So we've received so many amazing cute things in our gift bags. So thank you to everybody who contributed and shared their beautiful yarn and stitch markers, progress keepers, and lovely things. That was really like Christmas to pull all of those things out of the bag. So thanks so much to Kylie for organising such a lovely retreat. There's just something so special about being able to sit and knit with people in real life rather than online. Yeah, it was so nice to just see people in person and have in-person chats, and it made me realise how much I had missed it over the past year and a half since the yarn retreat the previous year. So that was just, I don't know, it was just so special and such a nice thing to do. And I was thrilled that it went ahead because it was threatening to be cancelled at the very last minute. So we were so lucky that we could go and relax in the rainforest and enjoy the beautiful views and the bird song and all the lovely yarn and knitting time. One of the things that I was able to photograph at my photo shoot was this cowl. I think I had maybe shown you on a previous episode. And so I have been selling some little baskets of mini yarn balls, and I managed to get 3 posted on Instagram to sell, and they were snapped up. I do have some more. I've just been really slow about getting them posted online because I know that I need to have time to get to the post office the next day or in the next couple of days, and that just hasn't happened since I posted those original ones. It's been a bit crazy. So I will hopefully get these up online very soon. I don't want to say when because I am not that organized to know what my schedule is going to be like in the next week or two. I keep hoping that I'll get them posted online and then another day goes by. But I really want to get them done soon so that people can buy them for a little Christmas present for themselves. And also I have a couple of bigger ones. So these ones are teeny tiny, just like little 5-gram mini skeins. So these are just really little, and that's what I use to make the cowl. So I use 24 mini skeins of 5 grams for this one. I won't put it on because then it will mess up my hair. And then I have just a couple of these bigger ones. So these will be 20-gram balls and a bigger basket. So you can compare the size. So yeah, so they can be like a yarn bowl when you're knitting your project, or for future projects once you've used your minis. They're just lined. They have some interfacing in them to keep them a bit more sturdy. They seem to stand up quite okay. So they'll be coming up soon, and I will post them on Instagram, and then the first to comment will be able to snap them up. That's the way I did it for the last 3, and so that's what I'll do for these ones. And I don't have very many, I'm afraid, so yes, maybe next year I'll manage to do some more. I do have a lot more yarn I can use, a lot more scraps, so my idea is to use up scraps of yarn from projects and make use of that and share it with people. The 20-gram ones would be suitable for an Advent design. So I mentioned that my Knitvent collection is on sale at the moment, and the first pattern will be coming out on the 4th of November, and that will be designed for an Advent yarn kit or a holiday yarn kit, or a collection of 24 minis, or for some scrap yarn if you have 24 balls of about 20 grams. I haven't used the full 20 grams in the design, probably more like 15 grams I think. So yeah, so a little bit less than the 20 grams. So I hope that people are getting excited about that and starting to think about what yarn they might use, whether you want to use leftovers from projects that you've knit on throughout the year and remember all those happy moments, or if you have an Advent set on the way that you might like to use as well. That will be very exciting. I have ordered 2 Advent sets this year, and so I'm excited to cast on a project with those. So I think that's about all the news I have for you today. There's a big thunderstorm rumbling around here at the moment. We've had so many thunderstorms in the last couple of weeks, and so I think I will run out and close some windows before it hits. So thanks for joining me for a chat today. Happy knitting, and I'll talk to you soon.